What's up, YouTube? This is Adrian from TeamAbomasnow, and I finally got the top 4 of the St. Albert City Championships that happened a couple weeks ago. Pretty sad there's no more City Championships. Anyways, on the right we have Alex Stewart, and on the left, I said his last name again I don't know why. Alright, well, that's alright for him. Well, on the left we have Robertson. uh Honestly, I don't think I know what Robertson's playing. I think it's hammers. I don't remember. I know there's Tornadus in there. I don't remember what else. I know Alex. I played him and he's running he was also featured in Swiss too, and he was running, I'm trying to remember, holy cow, Terrakion Mewtwo with Landorus in it as well. And look how Alex, he doesn't like look at his cards, he's just crossing his arms thinking he's a badass. Well, he is a badass. Robertson, Scala's, no idea. He got computer search, that's what he got. And Scala can get anything, so the only reason why he got computer search was to get a DC. In my opinion, that's what I thought. That's what I'm thinking. There's like, you can, if you need an energy, you can Scala for energy search if you run that, which is, I don't know, you don't really Scala for, or you don't really, like, he has a Juniper. What I'm saying is, like, if you need an energy, he would just Juniper anyways. So there's probably a 99% chance that he's getting a DC, and I'd be surprised if he doesn't. Because again, Scala can get anything that computer search can, except for DC. And I didn't see what he got, but I'm assuming it's DC. He has I don't know. He's probably gonna put down the DC if he does have it, and he should have it. There's nothing else to get. I say it again. Man, we should get like more cameras for the field. So he attaches a dark instead of a DC. He could have computer searched for an energy, but again, he could have just Junipered, unless he has some really good stuff he wants to keep in his hand. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I never did Pokemon in a while, so I have no idea what's up. The Mewtwo is up. Putting a DC, oh, that's risky business. That is risky. But he had another DC, and he didn't want to discard that many DCs already. If he doesn't have a Pokemon down, he's kind of in a bad shape. He has to use a catcher to catch that Bufflon if he can. Because one DC away and he loses. So let's see what Alex has. I don't think he has a Pokemon. Hopefully he has a catcher or an Ultra Ball. Oh, that's bad. He just X-Balls. That is really unfortunate. Let's see if Robertson. Oh, that's the game. Alright. I think he got that from... He may have got that from computer search. I don't know, man. I'm really slow. Unless he got that from top deck, I was totally not paying attention. Anyways, this is going to be a 2-part game. Game 1 and 2, because this game 1 was pretty short. Honestly, when I cut this video, I thought I just cut one part, but I didn't know that. So we have game 2 in here, and I didn't cut out the shuffling just because I didn't know that this was a 2-part game. So I'll put an annotation in the video, and that will, if you click that, it'll skip right straight into the second game with no shuffling or anything like that. Because no one likes watching people shuffle for like 5 minutes, which is probably gonna happen, honestly. So I was gonna start talking about something random, but I can't think of anything random. Anyway, I guess we can talk about how, I don't know. We have a cities report. I was gonna talk about the cities report, but then we have a video coming up with me and Aaron talking about our cities, our city runs. We only have 4 cities, unfortunately. One you have to travel 3 hours to go, and the other 3 are in our area. But I wish we had more. So that was a super fast shuffle. That's like world record speed. Alex has 2 Mewtwo's. He's gonna Scala. No idea what he's gonna get. Don't know what's in his hand. So, his hand always affects his decision. You can get another supporter if he doesn't have one, or you can get a computer search for DC, etc., etc. He gets the computer search, which again, when I was talking about, makes you get a DCE, because Alex, I know for sure he runs energy search. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure he does. So he wouldn't Scala for a computer search to get an energy. He would do it to get a DC. So there should be a DC drop this turn, and I remember I didn't see a DC in his hand, and yeah, there it is. So he did get from that. He did get that from computer search. Sorry. Goes for the X ball. That's good. Puts Robertson in some pressure. I'm assuming he runs DC. I know he runs. I'm assuming he runs plus power as well. So this might turn out to be a Mewtwo. If you don't run plus power yourself, there's no point in going for that Mewtwo. You already run Tornadus, which is alright against Mewtwo. You can use that. And I'm also assuming you run Darkrai. You run Sableye, you probably run Darkrai too. Darkrai is even better against Mewtwo. He puts down the City Gym, which helps himself. Doesn't help Alex at all, which is good. Puts an Evlay on Sableye, which I guess is gonna lure. You might want to try to lure Alex into putting another energy down, but Alex just needs to put another plus power and not an energy. So the Evlay on Sableye doesn't really matter too much. And putting another energy, Alex knows is so risky, so I don't think he'd do it anyways. And this way, it forces Robertson to not even attach an energy on Sableye. So he has to attach to Mewtwo, which is not a good thing for him. See what he decides to do. Here's a catch, doesn't do too much. I guess it can buy him a turn. Alex runs the 4 switches though, so that's probably not gonna matter too much. But again, you run Sableye, so it's alright to use your trainer cards. We'll see what else Robertson has up his sleeve. He's gonna attach a Sableye, so just waste that Evlite, but whatever. Junk hunting is good anyways. You can junk hunt for some good stuff. Get a catcher. He has a tool scrap, he has a dark patch. Gets a catcher. Always good to have catchers. Tool scrap is also a good choice to always have in your deck. Dark patch will help him in the earlier stage, and he gets the dark patch and the catcher. See what Alex gets now. Uses an Ultra Ball. Is he gonna get a Landorus or a Terrakion? Or a third Mewtwo if he's really feeling like going for Mewtwo. He has 1 card in his hand, so I guess it's a Juniper. See what Alex gets though. Goes for the Landorus. Landorus is a solid attack against Mewtwo if you attach the energy first, like I stressed in my other videos. If you attach first on Landorus, you will always win that war against Mewtwo. So yeah, and you don't have to worry about opposing Mewtwo wars. So Landorus is a great attacker, and I encourage Alex to start attaching Landorus already. If you can already start hammerheading, it'd be great, but he doesn't. He attaches to Terrakion, which I don't know. If it's good, it's good against Darkrai, but I don't think Robertson's gonna even bench Darkrai when there was a Landorus on the field. So Robertson uses another catch to bring up that Mewtwo. He's gonna go for that early attack. Attaches another energy on Mewtwo. Let's see if he gets a Darkrai energy switch right now. That'd be pretty big. He manually attaches though, so I guess he runs plus power. Or, oh, no, he had to manually retreat, but he had a dark patch and the energy switch. That's great, except that if Alex gets a DC, that's not good. So the Mewtwo knocks that out, and there goes all the energy on the field. So Robertson's on got some hoping to do. Also, you should probably bench another Mewtwo if you can. Actually, I don't know, because again, I don't think Robertson even runs plus power. So if Alex gets a DC, there's no way to knock out that Mewtwo. And Alex promotes Mewtwo, so there's probably a DC in his hand, and there is, yeah. And Alex does want to again promote the Mewtwo because he has those plus powers and Lights. He's gonna win those Mewtwo Wars really often. Uses Skyla from the random receiver. What's he gonna get? No idea. He gets his Juniper. I don't know if running random receiver is a good play or not, because that you can always random receiver for those Skylas, and then you have to Skyla for another supporter. I don't know what you could just run more supporters, more heavy supporters, replace random receivers with more Biancas, etc., etc. Random receiver is only good if you can junk hunt for it. So yeah, it's Robertson's turn now, and he benches a Darkrai. Don't know if he wanted to do that or not. Probably not. That's gonna be an easy KO for Alex. Benches Tornadus. He's gonna obviously have to attack with Tornadus. That's his main attacker right now. Attacking with Darkrai is too risky. See what Robertson has up his sleeve though. I said that line twice. That's old already. Alright. If he can somehow get a Power Blast this turn, that'd be huge. If he gets an Energy Dark or DC, or that doesn't even work. He needs like 2 energy switches, which is pretty unlikely. I'm assuming that he doesn't run plus power, so that blow through would only do 60, Power Blast would do 100, and that Mewtwo wouldn't be knocked out. That's what I'm assuming. He goes for the N. Be pretty great if he gets the energy switch, but he already used 2, and he's getting 4 cards. Chances are not in his favor. And if he even gets that Power Blast with 4 or 3 other cards, what's the chances of getting another energy if he gets a Tails from Power Blast? So that's quite unfortunate, I guess, that Robertson had to use an N instead of a Juniper. See what Robertson does. I guess he can, if Alex whiffs the catcher, then he's good to go, because he can junk hunt for all those good stuff, and his Tornadus wouldn't be hurt. Yeah, so he's probably gonna junk hunt. No other thing to do. Confuse Ray is too risky. He's gonna get catcher. What else is he gonna get? Energy switch wouldn't do anything right now, but it's good to keep. Dark Patch would power up his Darkrai. It's pretty good. Have energy on the field. So it's Alex's turn. What is he gonna do? KOing that Sableye is good, but doing that first damage to Tornadus is also good. It's not necessary to target the Tornadus, especially with that Evlight now. So he doesn't even have to use waste a catcher on that Tornadus. What I want Alex to do is start powering up the Terrakion though for that Darkrai. So see what Alex does. Guess he didn't have any energies on the field or in his hand or supporters, so he didn't play down anything. He may have had a DC, but keeping the DC would have probably be better. So it's Robertson's turn. It's kind of good. If he doesn't bench anything, he's kind of good because that Darkrai could be catched up, but Alex still needs to KO that Tornadus to win. So you definitely don't want to bench more stuff down unless it's another Tornadus EX. If you bench something down like a Sableye, that's just a mistake. So he's gonna benching a Keldeo is alright too, I guess, because it doesn't die easily. He catches a Terrakion though. I don't know if I agree with that because it's not a threat at all. I guess he's just trying to buy time, but again, Alex never used a switch yet. He still has 4. Even though Alex is getting end of 3, the chances of even drawing it is pretty high. And even KOing that Terrakion is not going to do anything. He needs to. I would rather just knock out 2 EXs to win the game, since Robertson only needs 4 prizes or 2 EXs to win. Targeting the Terrakions is probably a mistake. I would probably go for that Mewtwo, keep that Mewtwo active, and then capture the Landorus and keep doing damage in hopes Alex with some switches. So catching the Terrakion wasn't the greatest play. Alex is gonna Ram Receiver. He gets a Juniper. That's great. It would suck to get another Scala, and you have to waste that Scala for a Juniper again. We're gonna see Alex Juniper. Obviously, he wants to attack with Mewtwo since it's a 2-shot against Tornadus. He has that fighting energy. I want to see him power up that Terrakion again. Yeah, that's what he does. He uses a plus bar. Doesn't matter because he's gonna use a Juniper. And did he get a switch? I don't think I saw it. There's an Enhance Hammer, which is not, well, if he had the switch it'd be useless, but Alex doesn't have the switch, so that might buy him some time if he wants to use it or not. And he does use it. He has an Outlight. I don't see a reason to use it. It's not gonna save anything really. He just passes, I think. Yep. It's Robertson's turn. He has the Power Blast this turn to knock out that Terrakion, which is crazy because he has to put another DC down. And then now you know Alex runs Enhance Hammer, so you can't keep wasting your DCs like that. So he's not in good shape just because he can't even do serious damage this turn. If Robertson has a Mewtwo, I'd try maybe consider, I don't know, doing some huge play by dropping a Mewtwo with a DC energy switch, catch that Mewtwo, knock it out, and then target his Landorus to take the last 2 prizes or something like that. Again, targeting those Terrakions don't do anything. You knock out 1, you're still gonna have to knock out 2 EXs or the other Terrakion, which is really difficult to do since Terrakion has heavy HP and Darkrai is weak to it. What's Robertson gonna do? I think he has a Dark Patch. You might consider doing Dark Patches, all that, but again, okay. He uses a catcher on that Landorus, which is a good thing. Unfortunately, that's like Robertson's third catcher, and again, Alex never used a switch yet, unless that he discarded someone that I didn't see. Maybe he discarded one. He's discarded one at most. There's no way he discarded more. Otherwise, I would definitely have seen it. So there should be at least 3 switches, and I'm pretty sure it's 4. Unless I'm blind. Let's see if Robertson even gets an energy from his 4-card hand. It's a pretty big turn if he whiffs the energy. Even if he has an energy switch, I'd use it. Just attack with Tornadus. But he gets a DC, which is great. I don't know if you would Power Blast. Probably Power Blast is the best option. Yeah, I would probably go for that. Gets the tails, unfortunately. What's Alex gonna do? He goes for the Ultra Ball. Discards a Terrakion and a EXB share. Just thinning out his deck. There's nothing he needs to get, really. He's probably he's gonna get his 4th Mewtwo. You know, just in case. Probably no reason to put that down. Honestly, yeah, there's no reason to put it down, but he might do it if he wants to. See what else he has. Puts on the Mewtwo, and then he's gonna use a supporter, or a switch, or an N. He uses the N. It's actually kind of good because Alex gets more cards, even though it seems little. If he gets a switch, it'd be pretty big because he can do damage to Tornadus, and then next turn knock out the Tornadus if he's lucky. And then if his Mewtwo gets knocked out somehow, or his Landorus, then he can catch up the Darkrai to win. Or I guess there's an Evelyn on the Darkrai now, but again, Alex runs 4+ powers and you only use 1 I've seen. Maybe he used another, but he's not out of resources, that's what I'm trying to say. Did he whiff the switch again or something? That'd be pretty big. Doesn't look like he's gonna do anything though. He just passes. Robertson needs an energy this turn. See if he gets it. He already discarded a ton of energies, I know that. We need hand cameras, just so it would be great to know everything that's going on. Robertson puts an energy down. He Ultra Balls thin out his hand. He has a Juniper, so might as well use that Ultra Ball. You don't want to bench that Darkrai because that's just a dumb mistake. That is just 2 land crushes and you lose. So good thing to discard that. He might also, I don't know, find something else he doesn't need and discard it with the Juniper if he wants to do that. And it's neat that Robertson actually does run plus power. I saw that when he was looking through his deck. He gets Boufflant, but I don't want to see him bench that. That is a really bad mistake if he does. And thank God he discards it. Otherwise, Alex would just need to line crush the Darkrai and then line crush the Boufflant. So good play on his part. What does Robertson have? I don't know, but that Landorus is gonna die this turn, which is good on it. He keeps the energy, which might be bad, just because that Mewtwo does more damage. Don't know if it matters too much. Robertson needs to knock out one more Mewtwo to win the game, though. Preferably not the one with the DC and Evolite on it, But again, Robertson already used like 3 catchers, so he doesn't really have a choice. He's probably just gonna have to knock out the one with Evolite, which is what Robertson doesn't want, but I think he has to. Alex gets a Scala or plus bar from a Scala, so we know that Darkrai is gonna die this turn. It doesn't really matter too much because Alex still needs to knock out the Keldeo or the Tornadus to win. I guess it was a better thing to not even bench the Keldeo, just because Keldeo doesn't have resistance and Tornadus does, which means, there's the City Gym, which means that Terrakion would be 3-shotting Tornadus, but 2-shotting Keldeo. Keldeo also has a heavier tree cost, so maybe in the long run that wasn't the smartest thing to do. He uses an energy search for another energy, so there'll be 3 energies on that Terrakion. Well, he doesn't have to because he can just retaliate. See which Pokemon he attaches the energy to though. He goes with his other Terrakion, which is alright. He uses plus power, and that's a knocked out Darkrai. Robertson might want to try to get another Mewtwo out if he has one. Otherwise, attach to Keldeo just because if it's catched up, you can retreat. He's thinking of what to Ultra Ball though, I'm assuming, or Computer Search. No idea. He has a ton of cards in his hand though, holy cow. He has options. But the biggest thing to do is screw those Terrakions and target the Mewtwo's. I guess that if you only have 1 catcher left and if you use it to catch your Mewtwo, Alex can just use one of his 4 switches, switch out, look through Robertson's discard, see that Robertson used all 4 catches and play around that. So that's not good shape at all. Robertson can get a Sableye Junkline, but then you lose the game right there. So Robertson's not in good shape. I guess you have to actually knock out both Terrakions to win. Fortunately though, that Terrakion can't manually retreat though, so you gotta pray that you hit the Terrakion, and then you pray Alex whiffs the switch, and then you pretty much win. So that's his best bet right now. Get the Sableye, but again, that's too risky. Definitely too risky. Especially since Alex didn't use any switches yet. You can capture the last Terrakion or something and pray, but that's not gonna happen because Alex is gonna get his switch. His deck seems really thin too, so more than likely he uses the catcher, his last catcher I believe, so it looks like he's gonna drop the Sableye, which I don't agree with. It might not even be the last catcher, honestly, but I know it's at least the 3rd one. So if Robertson still has the last catcher, he still has options. Not sure how many he used though. It's either 3 or 4, that's for sure. Looks like he's gonna knock that Terrakion though, but it's not gonna go anywhere because he still needs 1 more prize. Yeah, just because of Robertson using so many catches, Alex is in such good shape because he can play around that. Robertson's probably deciding whether to drop the Sableye or not. In the long run, it's not a good idea, honestly. So, yeah. And you just Power Blast. Knock out that Terrakion, but it doesn't matter. Discards a dark, which is better because Mewtwo does less damage. We'll see what Alex does. He can just promote Mewtwo and start pummeling that Tornadus. Might as well, I don't know, count how many DCs Robertson used. See if you can, see if it's safe to load up on Mewtwo yet. Should also, Alex should also count how many catchers Robertson used. You should be aware of that. Because if Robertson used all 4 catchers, you can just retreat the Mewtwo when it's hurt and bring up a new Mewtwo with energies on it as well. Like instead of loading up one Mewtwo. So we'll see what Alex decides to do. He looks at the discard. That's good. He should take a look at all those catchers Robertson used and all those DCEs as well. Catches is the main thing though. Because again, once if Robertson used all 4 catchers, there's pretty much no way Alex is going to lose. Dropping the Sableye to get more catchers, you can do that, but the chances of Alex just knocking out Sableye is so high. He's going to manually retreat his Mewtwo. I guess he's afraid of a DCE Mewtwo drop energy switch, which is really unlikely. But I guess he just wants to do that. I don't know if I agree with that. I'm pretty sure Robertson already used a ton of DCs. That's at least his 3rd one, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So don't know if I agree with that retreat. It's quite unfortunate that he actually had to manually retreat because Alex didn't use switches. I don't even know if he ran switches. Maybe he like smoked them in the top 2 when I was watching. And I just spoiled it, I guess. Shoot. Alright. He already retreated, so is he gonna attack with Terrakion, which is not a good thing to do just because of the resistance. It makes it a 3-shot KO. It doesn't. The resistance doesn't even make a 3-shot KO because of the city gym. And he's just gonna retaliate for 70, which does nothing. We'll see what Robertson does. If he gets a DC, if he gets a Nevolite, he's pretty set. I don't know. An N would be amazing too, just because that you bring Alex down to 2 cards after the draw, and the chances of getting a switch, maybe it's kind of low. I don't know. If Robertson has a N, that'd be great though. See what he decides to do. He has a ton of cards, so he has options. He has a DCE, so if he needs to attach to that Tornadus, he should. I like how he puts the cards face down to see what he decides what to discard. I love it. I don't know. I love it when people do that for some reason. I think I do it occasionally. So yeah. He's thinking hard. No idea what he's used. Oh, he has a catcher, but that's definitely his last one now, for sure. No doubt, 100%. That's his last one. He uses the catcher on the Mewtwo. Don't know why, honestly. There is no reason to, because that, like, the Terrakion wouldn't have knocked out that Tornadus that turn, and also if you did the power blast or whatever for 100, and then next turn if Alex switches, you can catch that Terrakion and win. So that was a misplay, especially since that's his last catcher. He should have just done damage to Terrakion. If he retreated, just catch her up and win. Definitely, I don't agree with that at all. Like, you don't have to knock out Mewtwo, which does more damage than Terrakion, when you can just knock out the Terrakion. Mewtwo also has a lower retreat cost, if it matters, which probably doesn't, but just honestly, wasting that last catcher though made him probably lost him the game. Depending on how Alex can respond though, if he has the DCs and stuff, he's good to go. But that may have cost him the game. Putting down another Mewtwo and going for the Mewtwo is so risky. No idea why he didn't just double power blast or something. Alright. I don't think I agree with that overall at the late game. Attacking with Mewtwo. Cause that just makes Alex need a DC and a plus power to win. And I don't know how many DCs Alex has. He doesn't even need DC, he just needs energy switch. He has tons of plus powers left, I know that. He uses 2 energy switches and a 3rd energy, so that was definitely a misplay, I would assume, on Robertson's side. Instead of attacking Mewtwo, he should have attacked with Tornadus. Unless I am blind and I don't know what else he did or what he was afraid of. But just attacking that Terrakion and then knocking out the next turn would have won him the game. So that's quite unfortunate. They're both 1-1 now. We'll see who wins in game 3. Peace.